Thank you for joining our webinar today. This is Nick Penef. I'm the Partnership Manager with hellotax, who will have a webinar today with our partners from Payoneer. The topic is VAT compliance and cross-border payment solutions for e-commerce sellers. So thank you for joining again. The speaker from Payoneer would be Leon Aldoshin. He is the Central Europe and Central and Eastern Europe Partnership Manager. He'll tell you more about the actual fintech solutions that Pioneer covers, and then I'll give you some ideas about the Brexit and cross-border VAT compliance. So thank you for joining, Leon.
Yeah, thanks, Nick, for introduction. Can you hear me well?
Yes,
Do
I
you
can
see
hear you.
me? Great. So today we have a webinar for e-commerce online sellers, and in Payoneer part, we'll talk about payment solution for cross-border sellers. So how can you get paid from different marketplaces, from when you sell online on your own store? So a few words about Payoneer. We are more than 15 years on the market, and we have millions of online sellers in our user base, and we work actually all over the world in 200 plus countries, and we have 17 offices all over the world. So what actually Payoneer does, Payoneer is a B2B cross-border payment platform. So we help different types of entrepreneurs all over the world to receive and send cross-border B2B payments. And our core verticals, like our most common types of users who use Payoneer, first is, of course, online sellers. So here I'm speaking about marketplace sellers who sell on Amazon, Cdiscount, Walmart, Lazada, and those who sell on their own online store made on Shopify, made on WooCommerce, and they receive payments directly from their customers. Besides that, we serve a lot of service providers. So among e-commerce sellers, there are also a big like vertical of those who provide advertisement services, marketing services, design services, product research, etc. So if you provide such services, you can also use Payoneer to receive cross-border payments for these services. And also we serve IT companies, software developers, game dev, consulting companies, and so on. So the main thing is that the payment that's processed through Payoneer should be cross-border from one country to another, and it should be for some business activity. So here's what Payoneer platform actually consists of. There are many ways how you can receive money to your Payoneer account. By the way, you can have Payoneer account as individual, as private entrepreneur, or as company, doesn't matter. And your company can be incorporated anywhere in the world. Again, doesn't matter for Payoneer. So there are various options how you can receive payments to Payoneer. We'll talk about this a little bit later. There are some things you can do inside your account with your money, and there are a few options how you can use your funds, withdraw, different options. So first, how to receive payments. This is actually our main value proposition. We provide our users with virtual receiving banking details of American ACH bank account in USD, of European SEPA bank account in Euro, of British bank account in GBP, and some other currencies like Australian, Canadian dollars, Mexican pesos. So you can use this banking details to first, if you sell on marketplace, for example, on Amazon, and you need to receive payments. Let's say you are in Bulgaria, you need to receive payments from Amazon US. Amazon would not make a direct bank transfer to your local Bulgarian bank account. You need to provide them with American bank accounts. So this is actually what Payoneer does. We provide you unique ACH bank details in USD. You go to your seller central in Amazon, you fill in your banking details from Payoneer, and that's it. Amazon pays you to these bank details as if you had American bank account. Same if you sell on Amazon UK, you just provide your GBP bank details. If you sell on Amazon Germany or France, you provide your Euro bank details. So that's how it works. If you sell on your own online store, in this case, you would need a payment processing platform like Stripe or PayPal to receive B2C card payments from your customers. But then you need to withdraw payments from this payment processor, like from Stripe or from PayPal. So here you can, again, sometimes these payment platforms, they don't pay directly to many countries, like they don't pay directly to Eastern Europe or some other regions. So in this case, for example, you sell on your Shopify store, you receive payments on Stripe, then you need to withdraw the funds you receive, let's say, to Ukraine or to Russia, to Bulgaria. So you just go to your Payoneer account, take your USD bank details and provide it to Stripe, and Stripe pays you to these bank details. Okay, so questions I think we'll have a little bit later. Also, you can use these bank details to receive payments from your customers if you provide services or things like that. Your payers don't know that they pay to Payoneer. They just make a bank transfer as if you had a local bank account in the country where they are. This is how our banking details look like in Payoneer. So these are various marketplaces that you can withdraw payments from to your Payoneer account. So this is not only Amazon, this is a Cdiscount, Lazada, Wish, Walmart, many marketplaces, and also freelance marketplaces, also vacation rental marketplaces. All these platforms, they do pay out to Payoneer accounts. And we also have like integrated partners like Upwork, where you can just log into your Payoneer account inside Upwork. You create connection, and Upwork pays you to your Payoneer account. Or some of them are like you need to provide banking details. Okay. Also, if you need to receive payment from someone to your Payoneer account, you can create payment requests that can be paid with a credit card or with ACH direct debit or from Payoneer balance of the payer. You can add different documents to your payment request, like invoice, like contract or result of your work. How to use the funds? There are three options. You can withdraw to your bank account. It can be private bank account, it can be corporate bank account. You can use your Payoneer card to withdraw in ATM or make offline purchases, or you can pay your suppliers and service providers. So let's talk deeper about each option. Withdraw to bank account. Like you can withdraw to your corporate bank account or to your individual bank account. If your Payoneer account is for the company, you can withdraw to your company bank account or to private bank account of founder, UBO, CEO, and things like that. In most countries, we support withdrawal to USD and Euro bank accounts, but in some, like in Ukraine, in Russia, you can withdraw to your local currency. So there are a few options how you can pay from Payoneer to your suppliers, to your service providers, to your contractors. If your supplier has Payoneer account, you can pay them for free from your Payoneer account to their Payoneer account. This is instant payment, free of charge. If your, let's say, supplier or contractor does not have Payoneer account, you can send wire transfer from your Payoneer account anywhere in the world. If you need to send a lot of payments, like more than $50,000 per month, you can make a batch payment. You upload one payment document, and that's it. One click, and we make all the payments. Another way is Payoneer MasterCard, how you can use the funds you receive from Amazon or from your gateway processing platform. For each Payoneer balance, like in USD, in Euro, GBP, and CAD, you can order one physical card and use it to withdraw cash, to make offline payments. This is a card issued by our Irish legal entity. We send it by email. Also, you can order virtual cards if you need to make a lot of traffic purchases on Facebook, on Google, if you paid for advertising. In this case, you might need a card with extended limits. And this card you can also order. It can be several virtual cards for each currency. These cards have higher limits. You can pay for your advertisement if you do a lot of such purchases. There is also an option to convert currency inside the account. So, for example, if you receive payments from Amazon Germany in Euro, and now you need to pay VAT in UK. So you can convert from Euro to GBP inside your account and make a free of charge VAT payment in GBP. By the way, we have a solution to pay VAT obligations all over Europe without fees. This is very easy and very convenient for those who sell online in European countries or in UK, and this helps to save a lot on the commissions because like usually if you receive payments from Amazon UK or Amazon Germany, you need to withdraw funds to your bank account, convert to the currency you need, and then pay VAT. You might lose a lot of on conversion fees here. But with our solution for paying VAT, you can just receive payments to Payoneer from the marketplace, convert to the currency you need, and free of charge pay your VAT obligations from your Payoneer account. By following this link, you can get more details about that. These are the countries where we support paying VAT. If you don't have Payoneer account yet, we have a special bonus, $250 bonus for new users, especially for hellotax. If you receive over $25,000 to a Payoneer account after 6 months after registration, you will get this bonus. So that's it from my side. I would be happy to answer your questions.
Okay, thank you, Leon. I think we'll have the questions answered at the end of the event. So thank you again for the information, because for any e-commerce sellers know making payments, receiving payments, paying suppliers, receiving money is important, because if you don't have the funds, I mean, you cannot operate your business. So that's a good thing that you're facilitating that part. So I know this now, once you sell online, eventually now once you're doing good, you need to pay taxes, which is not a pleasant part, but obviously you cannot go around now. This is Benjamin Franklin is saying, there is nothing certain in life but death and taxes. And right now, after COVID, it's even more certain, because all this money for the COVID relief, the tax authorities needs to get it from the actual businesses. So, and obviously now you need to know how to be VAT compliant, because that's very important. So this is what we do in HellTax. Let me share my screen and I can give you a short introduction of what we do and how HellTax was established. So uh, I'm sure that most of you don't know, but actually the co-founders of HelloTax used to be e-commerce sellers. They used to have like an Amazon agency. They were selling their own brands, and they were actually looking for a solution for their clients and their own products. So they tested different solutions, but nothing was tailored for e-commerce sellers. So they decided to build a software service solution which helps e-commerce sellers to expand across the EU. And this is, how why we're talking today, because the solution was very successful. Clients like it because it's user friendly. There is no hidden fees. You have everything that you need to know, and basically now it's in the dashboard. So just let's start from the beginning. Why do you need to register for VAT? There is two main reasons in the EU. The first one, is the distance selling threshold limit. Each market in Europe, have like a different threshold limit. So when you hit this threshold limit, you would need to register for VAT. If not, eventually, you will be penalized. So you need to do that. So, for example, if you're a company based in Spain, and you're actually delivering goods to, for example, France or Germany, when you hit like 1,000 euro for Germany, this means that you have hit the threshold and you're obligated to register for VAT. So that's one of the reasons. The VAT is generally different, from 35 euro in some countries up to 1,000 euro in Germany. So the second reason why you need to have VAT is if you store goods in any market in Europe. So if you're storing your product in a fulfillment center or any logistic company, then you must register for VAT. And it's recommended to do it in advance before actually storing goods, because some tax authorities might not penalize you, but it's good to have it in advance. So these are the two main reasons why you need VAT. And as you guys know, Brexit happened officially. A lot of companies, partners, clients were actually thinking that they'll delay it again, or there will be like a free trade agreement. Unfortunately, nothing like that happened. So it was a surprise for some, but eventually, Brexit is official. So this means that there is a major changes for UK companies selling online and for EU companies selling online. So you can still continue to sell as you used to, but obviously now the UK is no longer an EU-based country, which means that you need to go for customs. So for all the e-commerce companies that would like to keep their operation going properly, this is what we actually recommend right now. The online sellers in the UK need to have a storage location in the EU, at least in one market, and they can use that as a base to fulfill their orders to different markets. And also, we recommend that for the EU clients as well, to have an UK-based fulfillment center, and then to actually split your inventory into one in the UK and one in Europe. And to do that, you would need to have a VAT registration in the UK and VAT registration in one European market. And obviously, you would need to do the filing of the actual returns in the UK in the EU country that you have chosen. So basically, I mean, like I just explained, uh, okay, guys, just give me a second. I just fast forward a little bit. So, like I was just saying, this is the best case scenario. No, you store the goods in one country in the EU and you fulfill the orders for your clients across the markets in Europe. You would need like just one VAT. So you can deliver across the EU. If you hit the threshold in a certain market, then you would be obligated to register for VAT, not until you do that. So the other thing that you would need to have, since you're doing businesses both in the UK and the EU, you would need to have the so-called IORI number. The IORI number is the registration that you need when you're dealing with customs. So you would need to have one IORI number for the EU and another one for the UK. So again, you need to split that because obviously when you're sending products, actually you would need to deal with customs. Of course, a lot of uh, actually, and then we have the vice versa scenario. How you can actually continue selling in the UK if you're based in the EU. So basically, I mean, the procedure is the same. You need to have your goods in the UK, you need to fulfill them there, you need to have the VAT registration and to file the returns. And also you need to have the EORI number just I just mentioned. So far now all looks simple, of course, but there's actually few things that change from January 1st, which are actually very important and very different. So before that, there is the abolition of the low value consumer relief, which means that if you're importing, goods which are which are worth less than 15 euro, before there was no need to pay actually to pay duties. Right now, I mean, you need to go for customs even for that. So that's a major change. Another thing is which is very important and which would actually come into an effect for the rest of the year from July 1st is the so-called one-stop shop solution where the actual marketplaces are liable for collecting the VAT and paying that to the tax authority if the sale of the order is under 135 pounds. That would be 150 euro for the EU in July, but this is already official from January 1st. So what does this mean? Let's say you're selling on Amazon or any other marketplace in the UK where they store your goods. So somebody is buying that. The marketplace actually collecting the VAT of the sale and they pay that to the tax authorities, which is good. Obviously, now they're saving that part for you guys. So that's good from one part. But for if you have sales which are for over 135 pounds, this is something that you need to collect yourself and pay that to the tax authority. And then the thing which doesn't change, and this is what actually hellotax does, is to actually just prepare the file and actually file the report to the tax authority. This is what you would need to do. So this is for the marketplace. If you have like a online web shop which is not on Amazon or other marketplace where you're selling like a private label website, Shopify or whatever, I mean, then in this case, you still need to collect the VAT and pay it to the tax authority. So what we do in hellotax is actually combining all these reports from the different, channels that you're using, like marketplace, your own website, and actually we file the report. So it looks complicated, but that would come into effect in July in Europe. And the thing is, a lot of companies and partners were not preparing. Like I said, everybody was expecting Brexit to be delayed. It did not happen. So that's the reality right now. So, like I said, I mean, it's actually good if because you don't need to worry about that, but still you need to monitor, the difference in the sale price, because if you don't do that and if you file improper, reports, it will be penalized. So it's good to monitor that, and this is actually why we're offering the solution to actually do the reporting for the client, so you don't need to worry about that. So basically that's from my point of view. I'm there is plenty of other topics that we can cover, and actually we'll send you like a thank you email with more details about Payoneer, and especially for Brexit, because that is just on the surface. That's the most important that you need to know, so we can actually continue selling properly. So I think we're ready for the questions. So guys, feel free to share it. Okay. Okay, no, I don't see any questions so far.
So maybe you will tell, well, where exactly do you sell, like on marketplaces or on your own web store? So we have more information on what kind
Yeah,
of content we should prepare for you next time. Make it more specific.
actually, I mean the thing is with Amazon, I mean if you store your goods I mean if the marketplace is actually storing goods like the FBA for Amazon, then I mean they'll be actually collecting the VAT and paying that to the tax authorities. So if you have like a private web shop like Shopify, you need to do it yourself. So that's the main difference. Okay, we have a question from Ernesto. Hola Ernesto, I don't speak Spanish, but and probably you guys saw that the company is incorporated in Spain. One of the co-founders is from Spain. Finance manager is there, so we're pretty much a semi-Spain company, and we have a lot of our employees are actually Spanish. The company is fully remote, and we have people in Spain in terms of employees, and also we offer services in Spain. So it's good that you actually Ernesto mentioned that, because just so you guys know, probably Spain is the most complex market in Europe in terms of VAT, and this is actually why. Most countries, when you register for VAT, they require a certain documents that are needed. In most countries, they're standard, and you don't need to have like the original ones. You simply send the scanned documents, and then that's also okay. For in Spain, you would need to have the original documents, which means that you need to go to the embassy, you need to notarize them, and it takes longer, probably up to 3 months sometimes for the registration, and the most of the time actually takes to actually collect the documents. Okay, we have another question. Let me just see it. Okay. How from actually I'm not sure, it's an anonymous attendee. So how can you get a custom agent? Is it for freight providers? We don't offer the custom agents, but we have a partner who is actually offering that. It's called Hello Customs, and all the customs who need, all the clients who need customs representations are actually forwarded to our partner who is doing that. And like I said, I'll send you an email with more details after that, so we can actually connect with them. There is another question. Hello, we send once a month things in France, Italy, and Spain. We're based in the UK. What can you do to don't pay too much? Actually, everybody doesn't want to pay that much, but actually, sorry, but you have provided just not enough information. So it depends on what you're selling, what is the amount, and I mean, actually, we would need more details for that. I mean, actually, the payment, I mean, paying, it's obviously no. The best case is to have like, if you're selling like B2B, then of course you don't need to find like to have like a fulfillment in Europe. So you can still do it from the UK. So in terms of your question, it depends. It depends now what you're selling. What is the amount? What is the actual amount of the sale, etc. But if you don't hit the threshold, I mean, you don't pay anything for the VAT. So you just need to go for customs. Okay, so Maria just answered no, that she paid £400 duty for a £100 MacBook sent to Italy. Okay. Okay, so that's a lot actually. I need to actually. Okay, Maria, now I will send you an email after it, and I'll have one of our consultants to actually get in touch with you and just provide you some scenarios of what you can do so we can actually minimize these taxes. Okay, we have another question here. Okay, so Maria, just one summary about that. So this is actually why we're recommending to have the stock, in the EU, because if you had that, you would not have paid that much duty for the actual delivery. So this is why we recommend to actually separate them, because otherwise every time you need to go for customs. And besides the duties, if it's a small amount, I mean, it would not be that much. But the thing is that it would go for customs, so the order would be delayed, which means that if you have a competitor in Europe, and if they're selling the same thing, if they deliver it quicker than you, even though if you're more expensive, probably the client will choose their solution. So this is why it's recommended to separate them, not that much because of taxes or anything, but because of the quickness and to be more competitive with the other companies selling in your industry. So that's the main reason. Okay, I don't think we have more questions for now. And Leon, one question for you guys from your e-commerce clients. What kind of questions do you guys get recently? Do you get a lot of questions for Brexit in general, or what would they like to know?
Yes, sometimes we get questions about Brexit. To address the Brexit issue, we actually opened another legal entity in Ireland. So we used to be, and we still have license in Gibraltar, but now we have also in Ireland. So that was one type of the question. Some questions are related to this new Amazon PSPP program, where Amazon actually limits the list of the payment platforms that can be used to withdraw funds from Amazon, and Payoneer is of course one of the approved platforms. So we had some questions about that. Also, we are now going to improve the level of Payoneer card. So it used to be a prepaid card, and prepaid cards, it's regular MasterCard, but it's not accepted by all of the merchants, and it couldn't be used as Amazon charge method. So Amazon seller had to connect another card to seller central account. Now we have a new type of cards that can be used as a charge method. We are launching it very soon. So yeah, and some sellers ask about our merchant capital advance offering. This is for existing users of Payoneer. In case we see a good traction and a lot of stable payment flow to the account, we can offer them merchant capital advance for their future receivings from Amazon or other marketplaces. So we had some questions about that. Yeah, I think in terms of e-commerce, these are the main types of questions that we receive.
I see. Okay, Leon, I think we don't have any more questions. So just one summary note for everybody attending, just so you know, Leon, and me, we're actually partnered, and this is actually what we do with our partnership. We have a large ecosystem on both sides. So the idea is to actually help e-commerce companies and clients like you guys, not only for what we're specialists, but for other things. And for example, if you have any kind of inquiry, you can get in touch, because we have other companies who we're working and just recommending to our clients, because obviously we cannot be an expert in everything, and this is why we have these partners. For example, there is a company called e-residency, which is like a Estonian startup, which actually helps a lot of outside the EU companies. So right now, after UK is none of the EU, we have more and more clients and companies who actually use Estonia as a bridge to Europe. So there is plenty of other things that you can think of. Leon
Nick,
probably knows more than.
if you don't mind, I would like to add something about
Sure, sure.
e-residence because they are also our partners, and this is actually a very useful, very popular use case of how people use Payoneer. So yes, as I said, we provide our users with this virtual receiving banking details, and a lot of entrepreneurs who are based outside of Europe, they want to sell in Europe. They open a European legal entity. For example, in Estonia, it's very simple to do in Estonia because you just get your residency status and you open the company online. But then if the entrepreneur is not a physical resident of Europe, but has a European company, it's very difficult to open like real bank account in the bank because the owner of the company is not resident. So such entrepreneurs, what they do, what is their solution? They open accounts in payment platforms like Payoneer, and they don't even have a bank account for their company. They use these virtual receiving banking details of American, European bank accounts that we provide, both to receive payments from Amazon and actually for all of their other needs of receiving payments.
Yeah, so that's very important because otherwise you cannot. I mean, you can, of course, you can do it, but it's much harder. So actually, it's done online. Actually, this is what Leon forgot to mention. Everything is done online. You don't need to go to Estonia in this case. So this is why I encourage you guys to share your like challenges, because that's the idea. Just besides offering our service to actually guide you and help you with the rest. So. I mean, I think we don't have any more questions, but like I said, we'll send you an email with more details, and especially we have a new article for Brexit, so that would be a very, very, very actually good read for you guys because it's more detailed, more complex. So, but you can have it and you can just share that with your teams. So, thank you again for joining. Thank you, Leon. I think we had
Thank you, Nick.
a
It
good
was
a
great.
good call. I'm hope that we help all the attendees. If not, we will have more webinars. So I guess that's it from. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining and thanks Leon again. Take care.
Thanks. Goodbye. Have
Goodbye.
great sales.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.